Okay, thanks. But
Steve.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, and
Cool.
apologies, everyone. I think we have commissioners with Zoom hosting capabilities who were planning to be here or had conflicting meetings. So I'm just jumping on to start the Zoom and reassign the host. Sorry for the delay.
No, no problem.
That's not Sarah, is it?
Slim pickings today.
It's me. I can hear you.
yeah, that's Sarah Mudge.
I am.
Yeah,
I need to show you a couple of pictures.
did this last time.
She looks different. Darker hair or glasses or.
I got my computer glasses on, Bob. All right, Michael, I've made you the host. And who should I make a co-host just in case? John, Jeffrey, Steven. All right, I'll pick Steven.
Ooh.
Trying to remember how you told me to do that last time.
Actually, Michael, you have to pick a co-host if you would like one, because now you are officially the host. So I have no more
She
power.
I did finally get it open, so get the speaker working, so we're here. Hello, everybody, can you hear us?
Yep, we've been able to hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep. All right, so I'll turn it over to Bob, and we'll go from there.
Good morning. The attendance here is underwhelming. I'm going to wait a few minutes because we've got a lot more people that should
be here.
Yeah.
And I just got an email from John Kenny, but he's not on here yet.
Yeah, I know Nick was out, Brian's out. I texted with Mike this morning and he's at the dentist, so he's out. So
Okay.
I don't know about John McGee, I think.
Nick, Brian. Who's at the dentist?
Mike.
Oh, Mike Irwin?
No.
No, Bratlin.
Oh, that's you. You're not at the dentist. I don't see any other Mike here. Okay. Before we get going, I've got a comment about your plowing snow removal crew.
Okay.
And it was before this last bunch of snow, they came out and we had like a surface that was hard. It was hard packed and was really packed down.
Uh-huh.
And they scraped all that up and then did the maintainer and put it off to the side, and then they cleaned up every driveway, and what a great job they did. But then the following week, here I show you. The following week, we got that big dump of snow. So I just wanted to show you my berm.
Where's that?
Four Seasons.
Which side?
This is Four Seasons East,
Okay.
Second house on the right is my house. But it was a good workout for my 13 horsepower machine. So I got up there just to give you a little dimension.
Yeah,
And that thing it was still soft enough, so it cut right through it.
no,
But I think I got a lot of it because what they did here was they pulled a lot of snow just out of the ditch. Now, is that kind of
that's not normal.
okay? Yeah, I was just curious.
I'm just
I'm in-
wondering if, was it the same grader or not? Because normally it doesn't. do
Right,
that.
is that they're so like, I have clients that are in, thank you,
Probably just moving it back.
Yeah.
that's niches, and
But I thought this was a great photo here
Yeah, it is.
where I finally busted through, but I got a 13 horsepower snow blower and it's 3-stage, the two augers move it into the middle and then they jet it back and then up and out.
Love Zoom meetings.
Not,
Yeah, some, So everybody knows Highway 91 is closed.
I was grooming St. Keven,
Uh-huh.
north part of Turquoise Lake and then St. Keven Road and come out along that long road. I forget the county number of that road. But we saw all kinds of action over on the highway. Was there a bad accident last night?
I haven't heard.
There was red lights, there was cars backed up.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're doing avalanche control up on 91 right now. This is Michael.
We're, just a little announcement, if you can hear me, we're waiting on just a few more participants. We are a minimal amount of people that are here right now. For those of you who are here, could you just give me your name and I could just circle you, so.
Jeff Fine, I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Jeff Fine, F-I-N-E.
Oh, okay, all right, welcome, Jeff.
Thanks.
Oh, there we go. Could the rest
Bob,
of you-
Steve DeSirio's here.
Ah, great, Steve. Nice to see you.
You too, man.
Who else is joining us? I see Sarah's name up there, so I'll circle her.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, I can. Okay, I can't hear you. You know what that is?
You talking to me, Bob?
No.
John.
No, Sarah, I got you. I saw you earlier, so. The name,
John Connor.
John Connor. Okay.
Hey, John, can you hear us? We couldn't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks, John.
Earpods are always a little tricky. Yeah, my name's John O'Connor. I'm new to the group and spoke with Ryan and Mike a few weeks back just about getting in and kind of seeing what's going on.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. I was going to drive over, but now that I hear that 91 is closed, I'm glad I looked at the
Little
forecast.
Avalanche control.
Yeah.
'Tis the season.
Yep.
So well, we got a minute. John, what do? You, what keeps you busy?
Lots of things keep me busy right now. I had my first child this summer. And-
Congratulations.
Thank you. So my background is sales and marketing. I ran Crystal 93 Radio here in Summit County for 10 years and worked there for 15. Made a little bit of a life career change. Went to Oregon for 2.5 years with my wife and got my pilot's licenses done and stuff like that. Worked at the airport there for 2 years. Moved back to Summit in fall of 2019. Still do some online sales and marketing type stuff, and also starting into real estate with a local group here in Summit County, and then been flying out of Watkins and have my private pilot license for helicopters and for airplanes, and my instrument rating in helicopters, but not current in helicopters right now. So just been flying down, and that's how I met Mike, and that's how I found out about the group, and was psyched to hear that there's stuff going on at the airport. I knew it was closed for a while, and I was gone for a little while, so just kind of excited to get involved and see what's happening.
Great. Sounds like you were real busy in Oregon. Came
Oh.
back with Instrument and helicopter.
I came back, I was very busy, and I also came back very broke.
No doubt about it.
Helicopters are not cheap to fly. So after doing helicopter instrument, private and instrument, I was just completely flat out of money, and my wife and I were kind of looking at what we wanted out of our life for the next decade, and that sort of helicopter lifestyle didn't really align with what we felt was more important at that time. And then I actually started flying airplanes, and I got into helicopters because I thought they'd be more fun and more interesting, but I've actually grossly enjoyed flying airplanes more than helicopters, which is kind of the backwards of what I thought it was going to be. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. I was kind of hoping for a few more. I'm reluctant to move forward if in fact we're going to have more input from more of the members. So missing, we have Jeff.
Maybe do we have a quorum or anything? I don't know.
As far as board members are concerned, John McGee here.
Rich, I was just giving you a quick courtesy call, let you know it looks like there was an item that was trying to come through your account. Yesterday, it did get returned for non-sufficient funds. If you're able to make a deposit or a transfer into the account today before 2 o'clock.
Was that some type of
Secret? Don't know.
Okay. I don't know if Marla planned on it.
Marla said, Marla emailed, she has to be at another meeting.
Okay.
Kayla, I'm assuming is at the fire station meeting because it's at the same time.
Okay. Where Mabel is as well.
Yeah, Mabel's at a pod thing.
Right. Michael Bratling.
Nope, so there's only 3-4 of you guys, but I'm not sure how many's on the board.
Yeah.
So I'll get the parts ordered today, paint's mixed, and it's also email that to you.
Is Erman? Are you here? Okay.
John Kenny just signed on.
Okay,
I'm not sure where we're all at, so.
yeah. John. Okay. I guess we do have with me,
Then a 5-member board and then
Steve,
alternates.
yeah. John. Okay. I'm just,
Sorry, I got the sheriff's office calling me.
I guess I could go ahead and call this meeting to order, and we could do what we could think we could do.
Highway 91 is open again.
Okay, Highway 91's open. John, you can get on in your car now. So.
Perfect. I'll head over.
I guess I'll call the meeting to order. We'll see how we can move along. I don't have anybody here to take minutes. Mabel's at another meeting, and she generally does a pretty good job. Nick's not here. He did a pretty good job last time. Any one of you want to help me out with just the minutes? Just taking a few notes, and then we can compare notes. And
I can do it. This is John Kenny.
okay, great. Thank you, John.
You bet.
Okay, as far as the minutes are concerned, does everybody have a copy of them, and have you had an opportunity to review them? Any comments, additions? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the board or alternate board members.
Motion to approve.
Okay. Dang it. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Who was the second?
I can second.
Thank you.
Who made the motion and who seconded it?
Steve, second.
Jeff Fine approved.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go with that for the time being. Okay, so all in favor of adopting the minutes from the previous board meeting, signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Okay, carries. Let's move right along here. Old business, Kayla is in make certain we got the right. Yeah, okay. Kayla's in another meeting, and she was going to talk about the airport manager contract, line tech, and training. Is there anyone that could speak to those items?
Yeah,
I'm
this is
not
John
sure,
Kenny.
John, so.
Okay. Morning. Good morning, everyone. Kayla, myself, and meeting with Chris, the county attorney, we're in the final throes of negotiating a contract that really is focusing on strategic planning, and kind of development options and the associated finances with that. Very consistent to what we talked about last time in terms of what the
It'll go from there. Bob.
content of the retreat and strategic plan is going to be the byproduct of those efforts. There's about 10 tasks, from doing a retreat to creating a strategic plan that has about a 10-year lifespan. The strategic retreat is probably going to be about 3 half-day meetings. There's going to be some RFQs generated for the master plan in coordination with the FAA. Let me see what else you folks have me tasked to do here. Update and rewrite the existing job descriptions as well as the bylaws. So in every case, I'll be working very closely with the members of the Airport Advisory Board and getting your input and your perspectives as we go along the way. So it'll be a very, very transparent, very participatory format, including the strategic retreat. Later today, when we talk about that, we'll be handing out a draft agenda and getting your perspectives. So it's really your retreat. I want to make sure that we nail it in terms of the conversation and flushing out those issues. Some of the other tasks are recruit line staff and potential airport manager, excuse me, long-term. Development of a marketing plan. We'll talk more about that. That's really going to be a byproduct coming out of the strategic retreat. Conduct an operational review and assessment, just kind of where is Leadville and where do you want to be and what's that gap and what's the best way to fill that gap. As you enter now, really from your infantile stages to that of, adolescence, you really got, which, and it's basically the jet age has come to Leadville. And every airport goes through this. So there's nothing negative about where you are on that spectrum of age. So, but as your operational activities get more complicated and sophisticated, which they are, you need to make sure that your operational environment and the staff training is commensurate. And then there's a potential one over here of issuing an RFI for FBO services, just to see what the interest level is, request for interest. Now that's something that's going to be validated whether you even choose to move forward with that, also inside the strategic retreat, or excuse me, in the retreat. So, and then conduct a cursory review of the potential revenue opportunities in terms of what are the what if scenarios out there. So that's kind of the breadth of the contract that Kayla, Chris, and I are finalizing. And probably be anywhere from about a 6 month to 12 month. It's not full time. It's just as process of approvals and production. And so they'll probably go on until about January of next year, I think, before all those deliverables are finalized. But what really drives that timeline is process, just getting it through, because it's very participatory with all you folks. So that's kind of the status of the contract. And I think after, but day-to-day operation, I'm guessing here, because I've not heard, but maybe Michael, you have, I'm assuming that it's kind of status quo. Excuse me, the operational component will still be overseen by Michael and Herman, and I'm more of a planning, development, strategic plan component to it. Michael's shaking his head yes, so thank you. I have big ears, but I didn't wear hearing protection on that ramp to do that, so sorry if you said something I couldn't hear you. Any questions?
Could you, I have a hard time hearing a little bit here. The startup phase of this strategic planning, have you talked about when we're going to start with it? You said it's about a year process, so it sounds like we're going to be getting underway real soon.
Oh yeah, so is your question about timing? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Again, sorry, the audio is a little crackly, but yeah, the timing of that, I would think that I'm going to need about 3 weeks to put together the retreat agenda and the content, especially doing case studies of other airports for you folks. So let's just use a round number. Let's say we sign this and get this all signed, sealed, delivered by March 1st. I take till April 1st. So mid-April, we kick off with a retreat. And what we're proposing right now is 2 half-day retreats be more than happy to do one full day retreat if that's what you like to do. But there's a lot of information that we're going to be sharing and going over, and especially the case studies. And then after that, it really becomes the content derived from that retreat is really going to be the framework for a strategic plan. And that strategic plan is going to have about a 5 to 10 year lifespan. I'm looking at about a 15, maybe 20-page report, but I want to keep it nimble so that you can refer back to it. And we can also use it as an annual work plan and go visit it, whether it be every 6 months or every year, and just say, where are we on all these strategic targeted audiences and our performance indicators? So it's really going to kind of flush out what does Leadville want to be when it grows up, and you're really in a very enviable position, because a lot of airports don't do this. They do an airport master plan, and that checks a box in terms of funding with the FAA, but it doesn't really address your business plan, your business component, what your marketing efforts. And you've got so much to offer in such an identity crisis, which is great news. It's low hanging fruit. You really have nowhere to go but up. So as it starts to come, are you ready in terms of the activities and sophisticated levels? So you want to get ready, be ready, and not just like most airports do. Oh, this development presented itself. Let's take it. It sounds great. And we'll put it over there because we have an empty piece of land. And maybe 10 years later, you're like, oh my God, we got to spend $10 million to buy out the lease and move the person over 100 yards so that we can meet this FAA design standard to get this larger aircraft in. I mean, airports do that all the time. So those are some of the issues that we'll be flushing out with you and really laying out some cool things. And then also taking a look at it is, I think, the goose that's going to lay your golden egg. What is that portion of the business park that's going to have, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but direct airfield access? Maybe you start doing corporate fueling hangars out there. I mean, it's a blank script right now. It's whatever you want it to be, but you want to be able to make those decisions in the context of what's the pros and what's the cons. So we make an informed decision, and that's what this whole process is about: retreat and strategic plan.
All right. I like the sound of it. And have you been in contact with Brian Farrar?
No.
Chair? Okay. Maybe what we can do is we can get you his contact information so he could chat with you about the process as well. Because I think he's going to be, he's talked a lot about it in previous meetings, and he would be kind of ramrodding the process from our end. So.
And Mike, was Bryant sitting in the chair? And I'm sorry, what is your name, sir?
My name is Bob Hartzell.
Oh, okay. You were on the phone last time. Last meeting.
Yes.
Okay, very good. But I didn't see your picture, so thank you, Bob. So Michael, is where Bob is sitting? Is that where Brian was sitting last in the last meeting?
Yes, I believe it was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dark-haired gentleman. Okay, all right. Thank you. I'm just trying to get the names and the faces put together here.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I presume he has you. I presume he has your contact information. I could just chat with him and have him give you a call, just so he's got the latest skinny on it and where we need to go from here.
Yeah, I'm not under contract yet. No, I'm fine with taking phone calls, but I just don't want to circumvent the county players in terms of Michael and Kayla. So if he wants to coordinate with them and then they launch him towards me, that's great. Or if they want to wait till a contract is signed, okay. I'm amenable. I just don't want to misstep in terms of checking sequential boxes.
I understand completely. I think Brian is not the type of person who would move forward on his own. He would definitely be coordinating with the county personnel.
Right.
He's a team player.
Okay. Yeah, and I didn't mean that. I just don't know the process, and so I'm just okay. And Bob and everybody else, as long as we're talking about it, we can send out to you today, right now, the draft agenda, and you can start taking a look at it if you'd like and start digesting it for future comment.
Yeah, John, that would be great. I'd appreciate seeing that.
I agree with Steve. That would be good.
Okay. Hey, Michael, could I ask you if when I send it to you, which I did about 10 minutes ago, or maybe I guess about 40 minutes ago now, just in case they did want to see it, could you distribute it since I don't have the group's list?
Yeah, I could do that.
Thank you, Michael. So
Thank-
draft agenda, and it's a blank script. And right now I was thinking of two half-day meetings, probably about 4 weeks separation. And then about 6 months down the road, or whatever period of time down the road you would like, have a third meeting and just check in. What did you find out about all these homework assignments we gave you? How's the strategic plan production coming? What are just some of the issues? So there's actually 3 half-day meetings built into that scope of services.
Okay. All right. Well, good. It sounds like we've got a plan to move this forward and get everybody informed, and then we can make a decision soon. So,
And John, you were saying April, early April would be the first meeting. Is that correct? Somewhere around there?
Yes. Guesstimate, but yes.
Cool.
I
yeah,
like your backdrop.
I just put that up the other day. Yeah. Just a Denver sectional.
well, what's his name, John?
Yeah.
John, your backdrop is something too. That's a pretty busy airport if that's just taking off.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Well, that's why my hair is so white at the age of 40, right?
40.
No. Yeah, it's been a fun career, and this is just looks like a very, very fun project to help you folks out, and you really are a diamond in the rough. So you got a lot of potential, but we also have some uphill things, but you also have shown a lot of creativity in how you run the airport to date. So it's a great recipe so far.
Yeah, we've got a great product out there, and just need to be able to market it and make it better. So,
Yep.
yeah. Well, very good. Anyone else? Any questions for John? Okay, well, you'll be in touch, we'll be in touch, so we'll go from there.
Very good. Thank you, Bob.
On old business, so Kayla's not here, so is there anybody that would be able to speak towards the airport manager contract, line tech training?
So we're working kind of with John on the manager contract. We do have we've had 3 interviews on the line tech. We have not hired anybody yet. And John is also working on training. So I'm going to throw back kind of. So that's where we're at on those. Like John said, he's not under contract yet. They're still working on that.
Okay, all right.
And I'm not sure what the status of that is, so I can't answer to that. That's in Caleb's part.
Yeah, okay. All right, well,
I'm not sure about the next one either.
okay, advisory board contributions, Kayla, round table. Any of the advisory board members have any comments regarding item B under 4, old business? Okay. Let's go with Mike Irwin, engineering RFQ.
Okay, for the RFQ, obviously you guys all know that we decided on using Kinley Horn again. They won out by a long shot. I have had one question from one of the other people that submitted an RFQ, also wanted to know why they didn't, why weren't they up scored higher? Garver, but I haven't answered him back yet. I'm gonna let him come up and look at all the scores if that's what he wants to do, and go from there. I don't think it's a problem. We've already picked Kinley Horn. Commissioners will be signing the contract probably at the next commissioner meeting. They already have it in hand to sign, and that's the plan so far. So that's what I know about that one. The next one, the CIP, we did change it to look at infrastructure over the next couple of years. We really can't build any more hangars out there without going with either another septic system or installing some more infrastructure. And I believe it's really important to get the infrastructure in, not only for the airport, but for the airport park outside of the fence, the business park. So that's kind of what we're looking at for the next couple of years. This summer, we're still going to do tree removal and stuff like that, and that's on the county. So there won't be any, we haven't applied for any grants or anything towards that. So that's where we're at.
All right. Any questions, comments regarding the engineering RFQ and the capital improvement plan? Okay, see none, let's move on. Operations finance, Herman is not here. John, is a bunch of Johns here. John Kinney here?
Yeah, John's right there.
Oh, okay,
I can answer a little bit. I know we haven't had any testing out there yet this year. I don't know if everybody knew the Osprey flew in for a little while, got a bunch of fuel and stayed here and played around a little while because I got complaints about them. The noise.
About the Ospreys, you said?
Yeah, there were 2 Ospreys from Colorado Springs up here.
Yeah, that's my cousin's one of them. They're from Miramar out in San Diego, and I went down to Colorado Springs to visit them because they're based down there for like maybe 10 days doing some mountain training. And they told me they came up to Leadville. I was like, oh man, you didn't tell me. Showed me some pictures, but it was pretty cool. So
yeah, they were here. As far as hangar leases, I know we're working on one hangar lease. I don't know if we've got it signed back either from the commissioners or from the guy that's looking at leasing it, but it's a Phenom 300, and he's got actually 2 planes, but he's only gonna leave one here at a time. And I'm not sure what the other plane is, but I know the Phenom is one of them. And the other one's smaller, I do know that.
Michael, where's he out of?
What was that?
Where's this person out of that has the 2 aircraft to be rotating through?
I'm not sure. I've seen the lease, but I didn't pay attention to where he was from. I think Arizona. Arizona seems to be where I remember. So
Thank you.
Hangar leases, I already did that, I guess. Rental cars. I think that Enterprise is working to get some cars up here again. They're willing to. I think it's just going to be getting a contract signed, and they're willing to handle everything, get the cars up here, deal with leasing them and everything. But we'll probably have rental cars available back at the airport, which is good. Winter ops, I'm not sure what that is. We still have, been pretty busy. I don't have a finance update. I do know that I've seen probably $6,000 or $7,000 worth of sales through the month, just because I get notified whenever he does a sale. And that's about it for that too.
okay. All the machinery is running fine, plows, sweepers.
Yep, they seem to be.
Good.
I know we had a lot of cleanup out there, road and bridge house cleanup up out there after the weekend storm. And the wind mainly blowing drifts across the runway.
Yeah, that's been a nasty thing. And we've addressed the strategic planning retreat already here, so.
Yeah.
Economic development updates, Marla's not here. Advisory board membership, technically, we are to elect the chair, vice chair, or whatever at early in the year. And we're on to month number 2. And I talked with Brian last night, and he said if need be, he'd be willing to step down if somebody else wanted throw their hat in the ring to become the chair, I would do the same. If not, I would suggest at this point in time that we continue as is until we get a full complement of board members available. So I would suggest we would just put that off until our next meeting. So, and if that's okay with you guys and gals, we are at the bottom of our agenda, and if anybody has any items that they'd like to talk about, I guess if you are not on the board but are interested in serving on the board, I think the next step is for you to develop a letter of interest that would give us an idea of your qualifications. Not that you really, we focus a lot on qualifications. It's more a matter of interest and a little bit about yourself. Get us that information, and what we can do is just set aside our election in addition to our next meeting. Hopefully, everybody will be able to attend that meeting. I know Brian is heavy duty with his IT job with Denver Public Schools. He was saying last night that they, where are my notes? Oh, okay. They're working on job requirements, performance reviews, things like that at the school. So he hopes that he's available for our next meeting. So if it's okay with you, the board members, that we put off adding new board members until next time, and when Brian's here and we have a full complement of board members, that'd be great. But in the meantime, if you're interested, make certain that you get a letter of request, and I think that goes to the county commissioners. So Sarah Mudge is here, and if you want, Sarah can give you her contact information, and we can go from there. I think, well, she was here.
Yeah, she was. She signed off a little bit ago.
Okay. But if you need that information, I can give you my email and I can get that out to you. Or you could talk to the board member that you were talking to in the first place. So I'll give you my email just in case. First 5 letters of my last name is HARTZ, as in zebra, followed by the first 4 letters of Leadville, LEAD, at gmail.com. So if you are at a loss of where to send that information, you can send it to me and I'll make certain it gets to the right parties.
And I put both of those in the chat too. So Sarah's email address and Bob's.
Okay. So anyone, any comments, any input for the good of the cause before we wrap this up?
I do have one more thing. Can everybody send me their email addresses so I can get the airport board group all renewed, updated? I got some names I know I got to take off, like the ex-commissioner and stuff like that.
Right.
So if you could do that, just send them to my email address and I can put it up there too.
Okay, just send it to your email. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Bob, can I ask a question to Michael, a little bit off the track from airports?
You bet.
So, Michael, how's the COVID vaccination going up there in Leadville with Public Works and airport employees and just overall infectious rate? How's the community doing?
Right now, we're pretty high with the infectious rate because we had a party. And one of the churches was a COVID spreader. So we're pretty high right now. I think all the Public Works and the city have all been vaccinated. All those that are getting it. So
We're probably close to 500 cases, no deaths. At least that's
Yeah, it was like
Doctor.
520 or something.
somewhere in that range, yeah.
Well,
And I got shot number 2 yesterday.
okay, all right.
Anything,
Not bad. I just got a sore shoulder.
yeah, that's what I had too, just a sore shoulder and it made me tired one day, so.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lethargic. So great.
The hair loss doesn't come for about 4 months, so just heads up, guys.
Oh, you had yours 4 months ago?
Yeah, I got them both 4 months ago.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Okay, well, thank you all for being here. I'll get back with Brian and we can plan on, and if you're interested in the board, make certain that you put together a little bit of a resume and then send it to Sarah Mudge. And next session, we will update our membership. All right.
I'll get you the minutes this morning to this email address if that's a good one.
Yeah, that'd be great. Very good. So anything else? If not, anybody have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All right. Thank you. You're getting right into it, aren't you? Is there a second? Don't really need a second. Okay, we do have a second. The motion carries. This meeting is over. Thank you all for attending. We look forward to seeing you, as many of you here next time as possible. So that'd be great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for running this, Bob. Appreciate it.
You bet. Nice seeing you, Steve.
You got it. We'll see you in person next time for sure.
All right. Counting on it.
Ready. See you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.